The grand theft that has happened on the first one itself. Here's the next one, meant for VK Parcel. The excitement's going to build on as the car moves across the city.
And brightness.
There we go.
Brightness. Brightness.
Current brightness. Brightness.
He's taking a shot on it again and... Alright, Ferguson are playing aggressive.
Vinod Khosla.
Vinod Khosla. -5 to you. Will utilize the buzzer. He went for it, took a shot, -5. VK, no, only one team can take the theft. VK Patil. Explain. Use your mic, please.
In 2011, he advised to the Trinamool Congress about their ways in the elections. That's all it.
Trinamool Congress was advised by Sabir Bhatia on how to connect with people online. He created live documents. The man behind Hotmail. Put your hands together. Sabir Bhatia. VK Patil is well prepared for this year. But I just get a feeling the battle's going to be way too close. You've got a defending champion, you've got a challenger in Ferguson. You seem to have a solidly prepared team. These are the early symptoms of the Pune event. The DPS and the others might just make a blazing comeback. Here's the next one as the car moves across. The third stop. Strategy and action in the information. Ooh, all excitement going on. The buzzer needs to survive till Nagpur at least. Yes.
Andrew Grove is the answer.
Andrew Grove is the answer.
Yeah. He's the Time Man of the Year of 1997. He wrote a book called Only the Paranoid Survive. And the teams have woken up. And the action is beginning to flow here. As the car moves on. To its next destination. Here we go. The cop doesn't give up even in the games. The cop car whizzing past. Jeff's call was the first president of my company. They've gone for it. Who am I in this context? eBay. You got to give me a better answer. -5 to you. -5 to you on that. And that was whose question? That was your question. One sec. Team number 4. It was your question, Ferguson.
In 2005 थोड़ी ना किया था.
Passing you on Microsoft.
2005 में नहीं किया था.
To you guys.
अभी recently 2011 में किया था.
You're not reading the question properly. My partner's company is called Mercado Libre. My company got Skype. Go on. Passing you to the two little boys. Into your mic. Bill Gates. Passing you on Bill Gates.
Pierre Omidyar.
Pierre Omidyar. Explain.
He's the founder of eBay and I got the answer from these guys.
And you got the answer from those guys. Put your hands together. There's two things in a quiz competition. One, you get it right. Two, you rub it in. Anyway. Individual. Just like you got the Sabir Bhatia angle right. Wouldn't give it to you on an eBay. There are so many more associated with eBay. Here's the next one coming. Teams on the buzzer. Careful on this. It's a broader answer in terms of thought. Bernard Silver, Norman Joseph Woodland, Wallace Flint, the Wrigley chewing gum.
IBM. They invented the barcode. For some reason, I think it's the IBM. They invented the barcode. The barcode was the first thing to be. The Wrigley chewing gum was the first thing to be barcoded. I believe it's IBM, and they sold punch cards.
No.
Go on. Come on, he's playing this game dangerously. You're actually giving me multiple answers. Make up your mind and give me one answer. You've actually given me two answers. You built two answers into your answer. IBM, -5.
Oh.
We neutralize the buzzer. -5 to you on an IBM. Question to you guys. He's thrown it out completely. Yes. Can I pass you? Going across to the Herman Hollerith. No, nothing to do with Herman Hollerith. You hit the buzzer, you can't. VK Patil.
Barcode.
This time, they steal the answer from them. IBM helps them in barcode. You gave me the reverse of the answer. I'll tell you where your catch point was. Bernard Silver, Norman Joseph Woodland are the ones who created the barcoding technology. He was absolutely right. The first ever product to be barcoded in this world was a Wrigley chewing gum. Super quizzing on that. I mean, phenomenal preparation. Huge fight. Here's the next one coming. All of you on the buzzer. Now. Easy, easy. Army school. Army school, please. Please.
Zuckerberg, Mark Zuckerberg, Jesse Eisenberg played him in the social network, and then he must have created this startup education, and he is colorblind because of which Facebook is in the color blue. So, he is sort of colorblind because of which Facebook.
Mark Zuckerberg is colorblind.
Yes, and he had given a statement saying that I colored Facebook blue because it appeared very rich to me, whereas the other colors I could not see.
Mark Zuckerberg can't see red and green. Therefore, the colors of Facebook are blue. Put your hands together. Fantastic quizzing in Pune. And then, if the buzzer doesn't work, it's your team that's going to suffer. So be a little careful on the buzzer. Defending champions will experience their own pressure here. An Army school are a very good quizzing school. They know how to play this game, but 2 rounds done, we will take a look at where the teams stand. I just get a feeling, though it's early on the tech quotient, VK Patil are on 45. Ferguson College are on 15. That's because they took a negative there. Army School are on 15 as well, so no one's really lost this race except VK Patil. Have put out a very, very good score at this point in time, which doesn't really change the game in any manner, because all the other teams need is 1 or 2 good scores, and they will be up there with the others. The bar graph would be very interesting to take a look at as it progresses. The bar code has made such a huge difference. VK Patil would have been 35 and Army Public would have been 25. I mean, that would have made the scorecard look very, very different. Ferguson College also making a blunder of a simple question in my opinion, and I would believe they certainly knew that. You were the ones who said, Sabir Bhatia, you said something else. Oh, you said Vinod Khosla on that. That was a bad miss. Anyway, we're going to move to the next phase of this quiz. The pace is unbelievable here, with the teams all giving it a go. It's time for at TCS. On this frontier, yeah, you can test your buzzer. When you press it, Aram say it works. It's the moral of the story. 4 questions, common to the 6 teams on stage, all from the world of TCS. If you press the buzzer while I am midway through a question, you are indicating you know the answer, so I stop reading the question the moment you press the buzzer. 4 questions, all from TCS, all questions which I will be reading out. You know the rules. Let's have the lights up. No problem, because there's nothing appearing on screen. Question number 1. Andhra Pradesh, Madhya Pradesh, and one more state, along with Tata Consultancy Services, have established a joint venture to implement e-governance initiatives on a PPP mode. Which state? Gone for it? Karnataka. In India is the 3rd. The answer is Maharashtra. -5. In Pune, it had to be Maharashtra. -5 on that. Question number 2. Teams on the buzzer. Tata Consultancy Services has launched something called PSKs. This is in association with the Ministry of External Affairs. What is this that TCS is supporting?
Pradhan Seva Kendra.
Pradhan Seva Kendra. What is a Pradhan Seva Kendra? -5 to you. It's Passport Seva Kendra. Passports in India are now being handled. No, you can't. One attempt only on the buzzer. Because if they've given a wrong answer, it eliminates in a rapid fire. So you can't. No second attempt on a buzzer round. -5. Pressure beginning to show up here. Question number 3. Nippon TCS Solution Center.
Okay.
Wait. She's on the buzzer. Yes.
They have established a nearshore place. TCS has done it in collaboration with.
Correct. That's the answer I'm looking for. No, he's not yet answered. He's come to what I'm looking for.
They have done it in collaboration with.
-5 to you. Taking too long on the buzzer. Yes, young boy? No, it's not Dokuman. Sit down and answer. Young boy is still in the classroom. He stands up and he answers. Don't worry. I am like a teacher who teaches differently. Hands in the audience. In collaboration with whom? Anyone? Oh, that's a hand up. Yes? No, nothing to do with Suzlon. It's an international JV actually with a Japanese company. Yes? No, that's what the little boy said. He said Docomo. The answer is Mitsubishi. So that is the one I was looking for. Here's the final one coming. All of you on the buzzer. And on the buzzer, final question. I think there's a lot of urgency which is creating the negatives and not necessarily lack of knowledge. This company, now a subsidiary of TCS, started its journey.
CRL Computation Research Laboratories.
-5. There are so many which have become a part of TCS. Why would you take a rash shot like that? They started their journey in 1975. When they did so, the government of India held 100% capital share in this company. It's a long question. The answer, anyone? No? Yes, that's another good thought. Yeah? No. The answer, yes? Lovely. Put your hands together. CNC was a government-owned enterprise which is now part of TCS. Beautiful answer. Well cracked here today. I have a feeling it's the nervousness that is really making these teams to take rash shots on the buzzer. We move to the next round and then take a look at the scores. The beauty of young kids quizzing is suddenly seeing everyone going helter-skelter on the buzzer. VK Patil are sitting far away from the buzzer. Hey, now we've put scores on the board. Now let's not do anything silly and take negatives. Well, I don't know how far that strategy will work because everything is on the buzzer from here. We move to the next frontier. It's time to play Max Payne. Here it comes. In this round, you will get 4 questions common to the 6 teams on stage. You get a +10 if you get it right, a -5 if you get it wrong. It's lateral thinking in reality, so you've got to give me an overall answer as Payne comes and shoots the clues. 40 points at stake. Hands on the buzzer. Here's the first one. Take a look and listen to it. Army school are going for it. Go ahead. What do you think it is?
Nokia, I believe.
Nokia, you believe. Explain.
Migo is Nokia, I don't know anyone else.
Migo is Nokia, you don't know anyone else. You don't know the guy there in the photograph? The young boy in school. And there's a V in the logo at the bottom. He's nervous, but he's right. He did not want another negative here. The clue in that video there was Priyanka Chopra endorses Nokia. Brett Lee, how did you miss that angle? Anyway, here's the next one coming. All of you on the buzzer. Coming up now.
20-point lead. Ambani. No, not mine. Not on mine.
This guy's come from us.
Ferguson College are now going for it. Idea Cellular. I think they're going for it purely on Abhishek Bachchan. -5 to you. -5 to you on Idea. Anyone in the audience? Yes? Put your hands together. Video call is absolutely right. Well worked out. Experience change. The new green mascot which created their logo. And Mr. Dooth of Vedugopal Dooth of Video call. Here's the next one. Teams on the buzzer. Coming on your screen now. Aggressive quizzing. Aggressive quizzing, they've gone for it. Straight out is Ferguson College.
It's Google.
Sorry?
Google.
I think this young man goes for the buzzer way too often and then tries to find an answer. -5 to you on Google. Google was your answer on the buzzer. -5 to you. HP is the right answer. But on the buzzer, you said Google, clear and loud. HP acquired palm. HP acquired emphasis. HP at a point in time with Compact had Shah Rukh Khan promoting Compact, playing way too aggressive for their own comfort. Here's the last one coming on your screen now. Teams, just pause and play. Don't play rash quizzing. VK Patil are giving it a go. They believe they know this answer. Is it Sony? The only thing they did not want to do was to get a negative. They've got it. -5. How many schools are clapping? They need that negative. Aggressive quizzing. Anyone with the answer to this? Yes. No, nothing to do with Samsung. The clue is in that logo actually. The top right. Yes. Mobile business in India. Not an easy answer though, yes. No, not Airtel, not the regular names. Okay, I think I'm going to give you the answer. Someone in the balcony? No. The answer? Yes? No. 1 minute, let him answer. No, that's not the answer. That's not the answer, yes? The answer? Not you, one second. Yeah, you. Wincom Mobile. Put your hands together.
APS! Hello!
No one missing in the audience. Alright. We'll neutralize the buzzer. We'll take a look at where the teams stand. It's going to go down to the final round of this quiz to determine how this quiz is going to shape up. On screen is where the team stands at this point in time on Tech Quotient. Here we go. On the Technology Quotient, it's still VK Patil leading for on 40. Ferguson College have gone down to -10, playing very rash quizzing. Pocket School on 10, Kamani on 10, Army Public still in.
Siddharth!
They get one good answer, they know they can come back in this quiz. The final round of this quiz will determine who is going to go into the national final from here. At the end of this round, I will take no more than 5 to 7 minutes to have our prize distribution. And I have a sincere request to all of you, and I would like the volunteers to please take note of this from TCS. After the prize distribution, and we're doing extremely well on time. I told you 150, it's 145 on my watch. 5 minutes is all we will take, and after that, none of you will leave till the national anthem of our country is played. Okay? And I will be done with all of that well before 2 o'clock. That's a word from my end. If you're ready, the final frontier of this battle at Pune, I guess the naming of the round is so appropriate for the Pune final. It's time for a total combat. Complete combat here today. And who else do you want? In a total combat situation, you've got an army school there.
Yeah. Yeah. APS. I thought this was a question.
4 questions common to the 6 teams on stage. Plus 10 if you get it right. Minus 5 if you get it wrong. So 40 points to be gained, 20 to be lost. Play the game. All your heart, you might be in the national final. Army school are saying quick prayers. PK Patil are still managing to smile. Heartbeat is just beginning to go a little faster than it normally was. If you press the buzzer while I'm reading the question, you're indicating you know the answer. Rules are understood by you. Question number 1, audience, absolute silence. T.co. It's Twitter's URL shortening service. One more good answer and there will be one card. Good first flow. You don't want to wait for the last 2 balls of the game in any form of match. On the first ball, always a complete
This is the only question
the game you're playing. Question number 2. Oh, we neutralize the buzzer.
Question.
Question number 2. Teams on the buzzer. Project Joshua Blue. Sorry?
IBM Watson.
IBM Watson. Outstanding! Two questions remaining here today.
Yeah, baby.
Pune is known to produce some outstanding quizzes. We take a look. Oh, look at that.
No, you know, actually no one else can win now. They can't get all answers right.
Are now thinking, did we play defensive for a little longer period than we should have? 2 questions which will determine who goes into the national final.
Calm down, calm down.
Audience, absolute silence please. You owe it to these 2 teams on stage. It's a huge fight and you want the better team to go into the national final. One defending champion won the challenger. What a battle it is. It almost seems to me like a Murray versus Federer.
Fed, baby.
What we don't know is whether this is the Wimbledon final or the Olympic gold medal match. Because the results were too different between the same 2 challengers. We'll know that in the next 2 questions. Audience, absolute silence. Leaving Microsoft to change the world.
It's sold on Flipkart. It's by John Wood.
It's the first book.
Flipkart.com.
The first ever book that was sold on Flipkart.com. Army School in the I'm trying to understand the terrain here as we go to the final question.
Come back, baby!
Audience.
Last.
I agree, it is like a T20 match.
Last question.
But please,
Don't
give
get
them,
last question.
put yourself in their shoe. You might actually need a doctor to look at that heartbeat. That's the pulse at which it's going here. Final question. Audience, thank you. Guys, silence, please. I know it's riveting. Final question. The first GUI, they've gone for it and they had to go for it. The first GUI is all that I said. They know the name of this corporation that gave it. They've got it.
Xerox.
-5. If they get a +10, it's a tiebreaker. I've got a +10.
Talia, Talia, clap, clap. Clap, 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 clap for it, clap for it.
Unbelievable quizzing. Guys, I think irrespective of the outcome of this quiz, because I'm going into a tiebreaker, both these teams deserve a thunderous applause. What a final!
Mind blowing, man. Mind blowing.
Can I have two sheets of paper, please? No, survey form answer sheet. Anything. Oh no, that's not blank in the back. Any two blank ones, that's okay. You keep your. You get 2 sheets, or just pass one to them. All right. Pen. There's one fallen here. We can use that. That's a lucky one. Okay. All right. I want to do the tiebreaker as a written format and not on the buzzer because I don't want a fastest finger situation leading a deserving team into a national final. Audience, absolute silence. Question only for the two of you. Please understand, nothing on the buzzer. If both of you get it right, I will ask you the next question. Till one of you get it wrong, the tiebreaker will go on. So don't speak too loudly, just write the answer there. Okay? Question number 1. 150. Take your time, play the game properly. I have a lot of time, my flight is only at 5:10. Okay? Question number 1. And I don't run out of questions. Question to both of you. Hear me out carefully and fully because there is no buzzer situation to cool your tempers at this point in time. Paul McCartney was the richest rock star on earth. Recent events in this world made Bono worth 695 million, which made him almost 180 million richer than Paul McCartney. What happened in the world of IT for this impact in the world of music? Something happened in the world of IT and suddenly Bono became richer than Paul McCartney. What happened? That's a tiebreaker caliber question. Alright, one team says it had something to do with the world of Napster. The other team says it had something to do with his band had an iPod cover and for the skin of that iPod he got paid, which is true, but that didn't make him the world's richest man. Anybody with an answer on that? Yes, the guy left the specs. No, nothing to do with iTunes Store.
Facebook IPO.
Sorry, hang on guys, please, yes.
Facebook IPO.
Facebook IPO. What has that got to do with Paul McCartney and Bono?
Facebook show when they received 100 billion value.
Facebook went for an IPO and that translated Bono's investments into put your hands together.
Lovely, yes.
Lovely, man.
Facebook went public and one man because of his investments in Facebook became the world's richest, dislodging the legendary Paul McCartney.
Oh, Pandey, yes.
That's the caliber of thinking that you need to do here.
Pendrive Mary.
We move to our second question
Pendrive Mary.
on stage. It can be a really, really tight one. Question to you guys. I'm just looking for something that would be a Okay. The travel and tourism industry profited in a big way and became one of the first to create e-bookings, etc. They really were the pioneers in terms of e-bookings and so on and so forth. And these were all thanks to softwares by the names Deltamatic, Panmac, Pars, Sabre. All these were airline ticketing software created by someone in this world. Who was it? V.K. Patil says IBM created all of these and they have got it right. Army School has also got it right.
Whoa! What the?
Next question. How does the world know? Guys, audience, please. How does the world know Tokyo Telecommunication Engineering Corporation? How does the world know Tokyo Telecommunication Engineering Corporation? This time, Army School says Sony. They are right. V.K. Patil says Sony. They are also right.
Whoa! This is bad, man.
All right. Next question. In 1983, a man named John Scully was selling what was famously, guys please cover your sheets, was selling something famously known as sugared water. He was convinced to do something. What? He was convinced to leave Pepsi and join Apple. I think I need better questions here. Put your hands together for both of them.
What, man? What, man? Boy, praise them, praise them.
Let's step up the pedal. Let's step up the pedal. What in this world, audience silence please. What in this world was created by a company that was formerly known as CAT Computer Services, CAT Computer Services, founded by two people, Kailash and Sanjay Katkar. Founded by Kailash and Sanjay Katkar, this brand originally started its journey in Pune. Today, it's a very well-known brand in this country. What is this that came out of Pune and shook India? Created by two people, Kailash and Sanjay Katkar, formerly known as CAT Computer Services.
देख रहा है बंदा.
They are serious players.
सब आम भी हाथ उठाए क्या?
This time both of them have got it wrong, so I'm continuing with the same question. Hang on, I'm continuing with the same question. Put your hands down, please guys, let's be fair to them. They are one of the biggest players in India today in the security space. Challenging the might of the semantics of the world is an Indian company.
I hope.
Take your time. Take your time.
अरे उन्होंने दे दिया आंसर. क्या हाथ खड़े कर रहे हो?
Challenging, very right. I said challenging the semantics of the world is a Pune-based brand in the world of security systems.
MPAV.
एक क्या cheaters हो गए?
MPAV.
Quick heal अब तू भी हाथ खड़ा करा.
खड़ा कर दे.
मुझे MPAV लग रहा था.
One team says quick heal, the other team heals quickly to say quick heal. Put your hands together for both of them.
Not well.
Quick heal is a brand changed the world of security in India. Here's the next one.
That was not fair, man. They got it half an hour before.
Sorry? The person who created Quick Heal is his uncle. Oh, no doubt he's qualified for an IT quiz. That's good. Okay, question to both of you. It was originally developed by a company called Tegic Communications. T-E-G-I-C. Yes. It is now part of a global corporation called Nuance Communications. What did they create?
Go to the stage!
VK Patil says they were the ones who created Siri. That's Siri, right? I didn't understand you. They say they created Siri, which is on the iPhone, etc. VK Patil have got it wrong.
Yeah!
The Army School has given a different answer. And they are saying these are the guys who created the T9 text prediction on a dictionary format. You type 2 letters and it predicts what? Text on 9 keys. VK Patil, think they've not got it right. Quick Heal itself was a tough one for them. Manage that. Ladies and gentlemen, it takes a while for a champion to hold their own, but Roger Federer's will go back into the final.
Fuck.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls,
God.
I think, I personally think, if VK Patil was not a Pune-based school, they would have won in at least 5 different cities outside India. Put your hands together for them.
Well done! Well done!
That means Jani, best of all.
Pushing this battle to the
Jani
wire.
sabka baap. If VK Patil wins in 5 different cities, it can win 5 different cities if it was in that city.
Then Jani sabka baap hai. Then Jani sabka baap hai. Woo! Dude, hold this, dude. I can't hold it anymore. Hold it.
Combative battle that you witnessed here. I think VK Patil deserves a thunderous applause.
That minus 5, you don't do words of that minus 5, man.
And we go straight into our prize distribution. I must confess we haven't witnessed a final as close as this across this country so far. Outstanding.
Please, bro.
And at this stage,
Asthma.
किसे?
सिद्धार्थ भाई.
उसको आस्ते में?
हाँ ना. Inhaler लेके आया.
I'll just keep my cards here, guys. Second. Okay.
Jani.
Just get my team names. All my tiebreaker cards coming into my hands. Cards got completely mixed up. Some truly, truly amazing quizzing here. Here we are, all solid. I've also got a few other prizes to give away first. Okay, let me start with those and then get to our final teams on stage. Take a quick little breather, they deserve that. Ladies and gentlemen, I think we're going to start the first guest, a person who's really been the backbone behind this quiz, and therefore we'd really like to invite him on stage first as our guest to give away the first set of prizes. He's really the backbone for this entire quiz in terms of the preparations and the back end and so on and so forth. Always with us to create this quiz in the manner that it does. Put your hands together to join us on stage to give away the Best Cheering School Award. Again, your Govindarajan, if you could join us on stage. The admin head of Tcs Pune. It's really a pleasure to have you with us. And now, ladies and gentlemen, the best cheering school winning that award is SM Choksey School. Where are you guys? Come, all those banners, can I have?
Are you
Oh,
serious?
everyone's coming. It's okay, come, no problem. Quickly ready to come running, all of them. The rest of us, let's put our hands together for them. Very, very neutral cheering by them. It didn't matter to them whether their school was on stage. What is good is good. And they kept cheering all these guys. Well done. Alright, you get a huge bunch of chocolates there from TCS and the book to the school. Let's hear it for them, Pune.
उस टाइम में स्काईरिम दे
कितना स्पेस है?
Thank you so much for being here.
अब ये बोल नहीं सकता मेरे पास पेन ड्राइव नहीं है.
Now, to give away the prizes to our lucky winners here today, can I welcome on stage Colonel Pratap Nair, the admin in charge of TCS. Colonel, if you could join us on stage. And winning the prizes here, and I'd like you to walk up on stage as I read out your names.
500 teams.
Akanksha Chauhan from MIT School, lucky winner. Are you here, Akanksha? Oh, she is. Pradyumna from Millennium National School. Shreyash Kalankar from Bharatiya Vidyapeeth.
My probability of going there is 1 out of 985.
Shreyash Kalankar.
It's decreasing by every time.
-12. -12.
From Loyola High
We
School.
can't win now.
1 by 984.
Gautam
Count it.
Gopal.
1 by 983. Dude, this is good. My chances are increasing rapidly.
Now they're 0.
We got
Okay, क्या?
Pradyumna J. That's him? Okay. Hang on, don't worry. Come here. Come here. Your name is also Pradyumna, and you're from the same school. For having the same name, we'll give you also a prize.
What? Are you serious?
Poor boy walked all the way from there. Okay, we've got one more winner. Maybe one more.
अब मेरा नाम वही है.
Chinmay Kulkarni from Abhinav High School.
Well done.
अगर ना अगर मैं इसमें कोई भी एक भी गाना सब चलेगा, सबका नाम वही.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, to give away the prizes. Actually, we do it in random order. All these kids have been so good here. Our first guest to give away the prizes to these teams on stage, the head of software and the R&D lab of Tata Consultancy Services, Mr. Arun Rahul. Join us on stage, sir.
On that camera also.
And walking up to collect their prizes here for being the youngest team on stage. Put your hands together. A lovely performance by Dr. Kalmani School. So, put your hands together for these two youngsters.
Off it. Just before Gyani is coming, do it.
I'll put this on camera mode.
Don't do any mode. Don't change the mode. Any mode change करने बहुत. Don't change.
Wait on, stay together. Come on, let's hear it for them. Young team still in class 9. And walking up next to collect their prizes here today as our second team on stage. Orchid School, Utkarsh and Mumbai.
अभी photos ले.
Well done.
Of Gyani only, yeah.
सिर्फ ज्ञानी का राउंड फर्ग्यूसन का ले.
We'll cheer for Ferguson, huh? We'll cheer for Ferguson.
फर्ग्यूसन के लिए चेयर करो.
ओए. Ferguson के लिए cheer करना है.
And now, ladies and gentlemen,
पकड़ पांडे.
joining us on stage to continue the prize distribution here is the person who's really been the force behind this quiz over the last few years. His support has been unstinting, and it's in many ways helped us to grow this quiz from the small auditorium where we used to do this quiz to this phenomenal hall, which is now packed to the brim. I really wonder where you'll go 2 years from now. But for the moment, ladies and gentlemen, the centre head of Tata Consultancy Services Pune, Mr. Arvind Padya. If you could join us on stage, sir.
They got 2 right and 6 wrong.
Okay, those. What खुजली मर रही थी ना?
2 right and 6 wrong. 20.
बहुत खुजली चढ़ रही थी ना.
Sir, It's almost become like an annual ritual with TCS to get all of these amazing young kids together, and it just seems to be getting better with every passing year. How do you feel when you look at such young talent?
The feeling of being quite operated in this industry grows every year. Actually. With the animation that you got today is excellent. I must compliment you for thinking of this. This was one of the best events that we saw in the last few years. Thanks a lot.
Truly one of the best events. What a riveting final. It gives me goosepimples with the way it went. And now, ladies and gentlemen, walking up next to collect their prizes is a young team, Aditya and Supreet from Ferguson College.
Yeah!
Can I request you all to just step up into the lights here? And just to give you all if you thought the battle between VK Patil and Army Public School was a tight one, let me introduce you to this young man from Ferguson College. It's one of the reasons he probably said Karnataka when he hit that buzzer as the third state. TCS conducts what is the world's biggest IT quiz with the Karnataka government. It's called the Rural IT Quiz. And this young boy used to take part from a place called Dharwad, which is beyond Hubli, with 14 lakh children taking part in that quiz. He was the national champion.
Whoa!
That further explains the kind of terrain these two teams have crossed. Little did they know that they had a national champion sitting on the other side of the spectrum. Perhaps the pressures of the Ferguson College started getting to this young man. He went for it early on. But after that, I think he was very, very sportive when he knew he didn't have a chance. He didn't necessarily go on the buzzer when he knew there's no point in doing so. And he allowed these two teams to battle. Put your hands together for them. Good to have a young talent like you in Pune now. I'm sure, having understood the terrain of Pune quizzing, this young team will come back next year. Oh, they say yes, for sure we will. Alright, well done guys. Back to your places there and put your hands together for them. And coming up next to collect their prizes, they started well early on, but suddenly the other teams took the terrain away from them. From class 12, Kshitij and Adnan Sheikh, DPS Pune. Let's hear it for them. Well done. Very well done.
Is this HD?
Come on, let's hear it for these guys.
Give me a hold.
Well done, DPS.
Focus more on Gandhi.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, for these phenomenal minds who finished second and first here today, we have with us perhaps the most appropriately qualified man for an IT quiz competition to be the chief guest. A master's in electronics, he went on to complete his doctorate in computer science at TIFR in Mumbai.
So dark the screen.
He later went on to do his postdoc through the prestigious Swiss Federal Institute of Technology at Switzerland. With over 2 decades of experience in teaching, he also has 7 years of experience in research alone. His areas of interest range from cloud computing to synchronous programming to many others. He's published several papers and is a noted speaker at several conferences and seminars. He is a member of numerous bodies in the world, including the IEEE in the United States of America, the IETE and the IIPA, which is the Indian Institute of Public Administration. Ladies and gentlemen, it's truly our pleasure and privilege to have amidst us here today an academician, a teacher and a mentor for youngsters like you, who heads the computer engineering and IT at the prestigious College of Engineering, Pune. Ladies and gentlemen, Dr. Jagannath Agai. Please join us on stage. Thank you so much, Doctor, for being with us. After this quiz, I think you don't have to conduct any admission tests for your college. You've got all of them here today. But how does it feel to see such sharp young minds? I'm sure you handle them at a very regular basis. But India seems to be going through that phase where these kids are extremely sharp, better informed than we were. And this is truly amazing. How does it feel, sir?
I'm now like, by hearing this all, like, I've become confident that youngest CEOs and CTOs will be from this. That is what I feel.
Yeah, exactly.
So well said. The younger CTOs and CEOs of the future will be from here. Truly well put. And I think we need to learn from people like Dr. Jagannath. It's not about how long you speak. It's about how you can summarize a situation in probably a Twitter tweet. Thank you so much, sir. Amazing. I mean, in one line, he's hit the nail on the head. The future CTOs and CEOs of the world are seated here today. So well put. For the moment, ladies and gentlemen, two young boys